Hello dear students, welcome to my channel and welcome to my third class of counting techniques, that is lesson 3. So today basically we'll talk about division and distribution of objects, different objects, identical objects, and maybe some concept of multinomial law and very special concept of de-arrangements. So in the previous video we talked about there are two, lesson 1 and lesson 2, permutations, combinations, counting principles, different types of permutations, different types of combinations. So this is the very important. Today's lesson 3 is especially is very important because division and distribution of objects is very important concept. Sometimes it is very difficult to understand. So I will make it easy for you so that you can get the knowledge or get the idea of that. So let's come to the lecture today. So what we'll do basically, division and distribution. So first we'll talk about distinct objects. Division of, look at that, division of m plus 1 distinct objects into two groups of the size m and n, m not equal to m, unequal size. That is division of distinct objects, division of distinct objects m plus n, the total number of objects is m plus n, into size m and n, unequal size. So you have just have a small diagram for that. This is m plus n, okay, these objects, and you have to divide it in m objects, m not equal to n, n not equal. So these are unequal size, okay. So first let us select m objects from m plus n. So that is m plus n cm, selection of m objects, okay. M objects are selected out of m plus n objects to form one of the groups, okay, and the remaining n objects form the another group. So number of ways is factorial m plus n by factorial m into n minus r, that is m plus n minus m, that is factorial m. So this is the result of division of m plus n distinct objects into two unequal size. One is having m objects, one is having n objects, okay. So what you are doing, so you can select the n objects also. You can select the n objects from m plus n objects. In that case your result will be m plus n cn. So this is the same result you will have. So this is another group, this is one group and the remaining will form another group. So this is how your division will work in m plus n, m and n. So this is your answer, number of ways. Now you want to distribute this group into 2%. Distribution of m plus n objects, this is division. Now my target is to distribution. So I am writing distribution. So I am doing the distribution of m plus n objects into two groups. So I am giving it to 2%. Okay. So how many ways? Just you multiply by factorial 2. M plus n into factorial m into factorial n into factorial 2. Because the 2% can be arranged among themselves in factorial 2 ways. So that is, suppose m groups given to 1%, n group given to 1%, and they can interchange their objects. So this is how your distributions and division of m plus n distinct objects, look at that, of unequal size into two groups and their distribution, okay. Let us have an m plus n plus p distinct object into three groups. So in this case first you have to select, okay, let us have a small diagram for that for better understanding. M plus n plus p. So you want to distribute division of m objects, n objects and p objects. All are distinct, okay. So now first you select out of m plus n plus p m objects, okay. Then you select out of, then your remaining objects are n plus p. Then out of n plus p objects you select n objects and the remaining will be p. So this is how your groups will be divided into, your objects will be divided into three groups, m, n and p, and this result is equal to, this product is equal to m plus n plus p factorial by factorial m into factorial n into factorial p. Okay, clear? So this is how your division of m plus n plus p distinct objects into three groups of size m and n and p, or are unequal size. So this is how. First you have to select m objects or n objects or p objects. From the remaining you select n objects, then the remaining will be p objects. So this is how your division works. Okay, now you want to distribute. Again you want to distribute among three persons. So your result will be factorial m plus n plus p by factorial m factorial n into factorial p into factorial 3. So okay, clear? This is how your result work. So this is how your division or distribution of the, in a similar way you can distribute n size division of distinct objects into two groups of equal. Now this is how, this is in general you can distribute n, you can division of n objects, distinct objects of m, n, p, etc. Okay, so this is how your division and distribution work. Now I want to discuss distinct objects, division of distinct objects, okay, but to groups of equal size n. Now I will describe equal size. In that case, in the previous case we have unequal size, now I have equal size. So before that I want, suppose you have a, b, c, d, your objects are a, b, c, d, okay, 4 objects, I am talking about 4 objects only, and two groups of equal size. So what is the division? Suppose group 1 and group 2. So I am talking about only 4 objects of size 2. So what is your division? A, B, C, D. Okay, A, C, B, D, A, D, A, D, B, C, B, C, A, D, B, D, A, C, and C, D, A, B. Is this okay? Is this clear? So what I am doing, B, D, A, C, write properly. So look at the division. A, B, C, D, A, C, B, D, A, D, B, C, B, C, A, D, B, D, A, C, C, D, A, B. So this is the distribution, division into two groups. But look at that, this one and the last one are the same division. Again look at that, 2, that is ACBD, and this one are the same division, and this one and this one are the same division. So look at that, these are the same division. Okay, so what I am doing, I am distributing 4 objects, I am taking division of 4 objects ABCD into 2 equal, but these are same. So what is the actual number of ways? The actual number of ways is factorial 4 by factorial 2 by factorial 2, because 2 by divided by 2, because these are the same division. So that result will give you 3. Actually there are 3 division. Clear? So now I will generalize the rule. So division of, so I am writing division of 2n objects into 2 groups of equal size. into two groups of equal size. So what is the result? The result will be like, already I have explained, factorial 2n by factorial n, because you want equal division, by factorial 2, that is factorial 2. Already I have explained that this, in case of 4 objects, I have explained this. So this is the result. Okay. Now suppose you want to divide 3n. Now you want to distribute these 2 equal objects to two people. What is the division? This is division. This is division. Now what is the distribution? Now in case of distribution, you given to 2 persons these equal objects. So in that case, factorial 2 by n by factorial n factorial 2, as you are distributing to 2 person into factorial 2. Clear? Okay. So this is how your division of objects. So here I will explain for 3n objects. Suppose your 3n objects equal division. So factorial n, factorial n, factorial n. Okay. Now divided by factorial 3, as already explained, for equal division there is a factorial 3. Now this is given to 3 persons, that is distribution, factorial 3 into factorial. Clear? So this is how your division of and distribution of equal objects, that is division, and also we are talking about distribution. So this is very important case. Okay, division and distribution. We are talking about division and distribution. Clear? So now let us have some problems on that. So in how many ways can 9 different books be distributed among 3 students if each receives at least 2 books? So you have 9 books. Look at that. 9. So 9 can be distributed into, each receives at least 2 books. So each student must have 2 books. So 2, 2 and 5. That makes 9. Also 9 can be distributed in 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Also 9 can be divided into 3, 3 and 3. Clear? So 2, 2, 5, 2, 3, 4 and 3, 3 and 3. This is the distribution. Now what is the result now? Now you just write the formula as already discussed. So this is equal division for 2. So let us write the number of ways. So in this case your number of ways will be factorial 9 by factorial 2 into factorial 2 into factorial 5 into 1 by factorial 2. Clear? Why? Because that there are 2 equal division. There are 2 equal division. Look at that, there are 2 equal division. So that is why there is a factorial 2. Now what about this case? In this case, let us write in a blue color so that you can understand. In this case, you have factorial 9 by factorial 2, factorial 3, factorial 4, and this is unequal division. This is unequal division. So this is, keep it like this. And in this case you have equal division, each getting 3 books. So your division will be factorial 9, factorial 3, factorial 3, factorial 3 into 1 by factorial 3, because there are 3 equal division. Clear? So your final answer, in how many ways, the number of ways, your final answer of ways, number of ways, the required number of ways, you have to write that. That is equal to this whole thing, that is factorial 9 by factorial 2 whole cube into factorial 5 plus factorial 9 by factorial 2 into factorial 3 into factorial 4 plus factorial 9 by factorial 3 whole to the power 4. I am adding this 3 because this is this is either or sum rule into factorial 3 for distributing, because you are distributed, books are distributed, that is why here is a factorial 3. Clear? So you will calculate and you will get the answer. Okay, I hope this example is clear to you. Let's have next topic. So distribution of n distinct objects in r different boxes. Okay, now I am talking about distribution of n distinct objects in r different boxes. So first one, look at the first one, distribution of n distinct objects in r different boxes. If any number of objects are placed in any box, empty boxes are allowed. So suppose, consider each box, each object. So each object, so I am just drawing the boxes. This is your r different boxes, 1, 2, r. So you have r different boxes and you have distinct objects. So boxes are different and objects are also distinct. Okay, so how you will solve? Each object has two possibilities. Suppose there are n objects, means a1, a2, etc., an. So each object has two possibilities. It can either, okay, let me explain for two boxes. Let me explain for only two boxes. Okay, first let me explain for two, but it will be easier for you to make it understand. Suppose n distinct objects and two different boxes. So for each object there are two possibilities, either in 1 or in 2. Either it can enter either into box 1 or in box 2. So second object has two possibilities, either into 1 or 2. And similarly n objects, nth object. Okay, so there are 2 into 2 into 2 n times, etc. So 2 to the power n ways. Clear? Now for three objects, three boxes, 3 to the power n. Similarly for r different boxes, you have r to the power n possibilities. Clear? Okay, for r, then the total number of possibilities of n objects in r different boxes, r to the power n. Okay, so this is how you will analyze n distinct objects in r different boxes. Now next, distribution of n distinct objects in r different boxes if empty boxes are not allowed. In this case, empty boxes are, in the previous case you have an option empty boxes are allowed. Suppose for the first object it can either enter in 1 or in 2, either in second box either in 1 or 2 or 3, like this. So empty boxes are allowed in the first case, but here empty boxes are not allowed. So there is a result. This is the formula. This result is from exclusion inclusion principle. I am not going to the proof of that principle. So the formula is Rn, r to the power n minus Rc1, r minus 1 whole to the power n. Next one is Rc2, r minus 2 whole to the power n, and so on. Alternatively plus minus sign. So you can directly apply this formula also for this case when n distinct objects are different boxes. Objects are distinct, boxes are different. Okay. Now there is a problem for you. In how many ways 5 different balls can be distributed into 3 boxes so that no box remains empty. So let us distribute 5 different balls. 5 can be divided into 1, 1, 3. 5 different balls. 5. Again 2, 2, 1. Okay, clear? So this is the division. Okay. Now in the first case, distinct. Okay, I am talking about all are distinct. So you cannot apply the previous formula like this. You cannot apply this. This is distinct objects. Okay. So what you do, you just select in the first, this case. I am talking about this case. Out of 5, you select one object. One ball, one different ball. It can be one different ball. All are different. So I am selecting one, and then 4C1 and remaining balls 3 that will go to the third box. So I am explaining this. Suppose there are 3 boxes, different boxes, okay, different 1 2 3. So these are different boxes 1 2 3. So for the first box you put one ball, one different ball. So how many ways? 5C1. Next box, remaining ball is 4, so 4C1, and remaining ball is 3 after that, so 3 balls you can put in the third box, 3C3. Now these balls can be arranged among themselves, that is this box can be arranged among themselves in factorial 3 by factorial 2 ways. Why? Because you have two same number of balls, so this can be arranged in this way, same number of balls, okay. Or in this case 5C1 again into 4C2, okay, clear, and 3C2, the remaining ball 4, then 2C2 into, in this case also, factorial 3 by factorial 2. So if you calculate and sum of these two results will give you the answer, okay. This is how you will deal with, or you can apply this formula simply without going to this calculation. You can directly apply this formula. Look at that, I am applying, so I am taking space for that. Okay, I am rubbing these portions. Let me rub. Okay, now without going into this calculation, you just apply this formula. 5 different balls, 3 different boxes, so you have 3 to the power 5 minus 3C1, 3 minus 1 whole to the power 5 plus 3C2, 3 minus 2 whole to the power 5. Just applying this formula, I am applying this formula, okay, minus 3C3 into 3 minus 3 whole to the power 5. So this is how you can calculate. I hope if you remember this formula, this will be easier for you. Otherwise this will be complicated, because a lot of logics are there, different ball, identical ball, different boxes, identical boxes, so you may be mess up with that solution. So it's better to have this formula, okay. Let's move to the distributions of identical objects, okay. Identical objects, I will be talking about identical objects, very important. In the previous case we discussed about distinct objects, now I will talk about identical objects. So for identical objects, in identical objects are different boxes if empty boxes are allowed. So this is the distribution of n identical objects. So let us put n identical objects on the floor in line 1 2 3. So all are identical objects, n minus 1 and n. So these are all identical objects. Let us put on the floor in a line. Now to form R groups, listen very carefully, to form R groups we require to prove R minus 1 identical partitions. Now to form R groups we require to put R minus 1 identical partitions. If empty boxes are not allowed, you look at that, if empty boxes are not allowed, then you cannot put the partition to the left of first object, that is you cannot put the partition on the left of 1 or on the right of n, that is the last element, nth object, because empty boxes are not allowed. Empty boxes are not allowed. So you want R minus 1 grouping, you want R minus 1 partitions, okay. Hence you can put brackets here, you can put the partitions here, you can put the partitions here, and you can put the partitions here, but not on the left of the first object and not on the right of the last object. So this is how you can put partitions, okay. So what you are getting here, Hence there are n minus 1 gaps available to put r minus 1 partitions. Hence there are n minus 1 gaps available to put r minus 1 partitions. So r minus 1 gaps can be selected from n minus 1 gaps in n minus 1 C r minus 1 ways. This is the number of ways. Be careful. So what I am doing, I am choosing r minus 1 gaps from n minus 1 gaps, because I am talking about a partition and you cannot allow for empty boxes. So this partition cannot be here at the first, before the first element, and at the end, after the end of the last element. So this is your result. So this is equivalent to number of ways of distributing n objects in r boxes if empty boxes are not allowed. So distribution of n identical objects in r different boxes is equal to n minus 1 C r minus 1 if empty boxes are not allowed. Clear? Similar argument can be made for the second formula. N identical objects in r different boxes in empty boxes are allowed. In this case, the same argument, n identical objects and r minus 1 identical partitions. N identical objects and r minus 1 partitions. So in this case your result will be, your answer will be, if empty boxes are allowed, n plus r minus 1 C r minus 1. This is empty boxes are allowed. Very important result. These two results are very important for identical objects. Look at that. For identical objects, very important concept. Okay, we'll have some problems on that. Before that, I will have more discussions on that. Now look at that, number of non-negative integral solution of the equation x1 plus x2 xn etc x are equal to n. So this is the same as the distributions of n identical objects in r different boxes. N identical objects in r different boxes. So these are identical, these n identical objects in r different boxes. So x1 x2 xr plays the role of boxes. Okay, so this is same result as this. So in this case, and non-negative integral solution, what is the meaning of non-negative integral solutions? Means 0 1 2 3 etc. That means it includes 0. So empty boxes are allowed. So if empty boxes are allowed, what is the result? N plus r minus 1 C r minus 1. Okay, so your result will be this. So in this case, your result will be n plus r minus 1 C r minus 1. That is distributions of n identical objects in r boxes if empty boxes are allowed, empty, and in this case non-negative integral solution of the equation. So 0 is considering 0. Okay, clear? So this is how you are dealing with the identical or having the solution. This is also very important application. So let's have a problem on that. Suppose it's a simple now after knowing the formula, you can easily solve that problem. Number of non-negative integral solution of the equation x plus y plus z equal to 10. So in this case, non-negative, so empty boxes are allowed. That means 0 can be the solution of that equation. Now n is 10, look at that, and r is 3. You have 3 variables. Okay, so you have non-negative integral solution. So in this case, your formula will be n plus r minus 1 C r minus 1. So that is equal to 10 minus 1, 10 plus 3 minus 1, 12 C2. This is 12 C2. Clear? So this is your result, 12 C2. Okay, this can be done by multinomial, using multinomial. I will show you that. This can be done by, okay, there is a space, I am showing you the result. This is equivalent, in another way we can solve that. That is, this is equivalent of saying coefficient of x to the power 10 in the expansion of x to the power 0, x to the power 1, x square etc. whole cube. Why whole cube? Because there are 3 variables. For x you have x0, x1, x2 etc. For y you have x0, x1, x2, etc. And for z you have x0, x1, x2, etc. So 3 expansion for 3 variables, that is why the q. And x0, x1, x2, these are non-negative integers. And this is same as the coefficient of x to the power 10 in the expansion of this. Now I will show you more. X to the power 10, coefficient of x to the power 10 in this can be written as 1 plus x1, x plus x square, etc. And this is same as the expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power, sorry, not 1 plus x, 1 minus x minus 1 whole to the power minus 3, and that will give you minus 1, sorry, plus 3. And this is similar, this is equivalent to x to the power 10 in the expansion of 1 minus x whole to the power minus 3. So you will get the expansion of this. So the expansion of this is x to the power 10 coefficient. I am not writing the coefficient of in the expansion of this is 1 plus 3c1x plus 4c2x square, etc. So look at that, the coefficient of x to the power 10 will be, you look at that, the coefficient of x is 3c1, coefficient of x square is 4c2. So coefficient of x to the power 10 is 12c2. Clear? This is same as this result. Look at that. So this is the multinomial. This is actually the multinomial expansion. This is actually the multinomial for your better understanding. Multinomial. This is another way of solving this type of problem. So I have discussed this also. This type of problems are very, very important for JEE Advanced. Okay. Let us move to the next problem. There is another problem. Suppose number of ways to give away 20 apples to 3 boys, each boy receiving at least 4 apples. So 20 apples to 3 boys, each boy receiving 4 apples. So give away 4 apples to each boy. So 3 into 4, 12 apples gone. So you are remain with 8 apples. This is nothing but your solving of x plus y plus z equal to 8. Number of non-negative integral solution of x plus y plus z is equal to 8, because 8 apples remaining and you have 3 boys x, y, z, and they can be empty boxes are allowed. That means one boy can get 0 apples also out of this, because already 4 apples, at least 4 apples is given to them. So this is the solution of non-negative integral solution of this equation, and that is given by the same formula, that is 8 plus 3 minus 1 c 3 minus 1, and that is equal to 10c2. Clear? Okay, let's move to the next part. Positive integral solution of the equation x1, x2, xn, xr equal to n. That is n identical objects, distribution of n identical objects into r different boxes if empty boxes are not allowed. That is why positive integral solution, that is n minus 1 c r minus 1. So this is how you are dealing with the problems. Okay, in this case is the same result as the previous, distribution of identical objects in r different boxes if empty boxes are not allowed, n minus 1 c r minus 1. So let us have a problem, another problem for that. So a b c d are odd natural numbers, a plus b plus c plus d is equal to 20, and find the values of the order quadruplet a b c d. Okay, so odd natural numbers, let us write a is equal to, so odd numbers can be written as a is equal to 2p plus 1, b is equal to 2q plus 1, c is equal to 2r plus 1, and d is equal to 2s plus 1. Okay, where p, q, r, s all are non-negative, p, q, r, s all are non-negative integers, belongs to z plus including 0, non-negative integers. Okay, so if you substitute here, if you substitute in this equation, you will get, if you substitute the values of ABCD, you will get P plus Q plus R plus S equal to, if you simplify, you will get 8. You will get 8. So find the number of non-negative integral solution of this equation, that is equal to, this is nothing but that the problem is remain The problem is just solving a equation having 4 variables and number of non-negative integral solution of this equation, and that is equal to 8 plus 4 plus minus 1 C4 minus 1, that is equal to 11 C3. Okay, clear? So, or you can do it like that. How? Coefficient of, you can do that, coefficient of, just I explained, coefficient of x to the power 8, because your n is 8 in the expansion of 4 variables, so you have to take power 4. 1 plus x to the power 0 is 1 plus x square, these are all non-negative integers, whole to the power 4 in this expansion, and that is equal to coefficient of x to the power 8 in 1 minus x whole to the power minus 4. Okay, this is the expansion. Okay, so you will get the same result as this if you expand. Okay, I will show you till end. X to the power 8 in, if you take the expansion, that will give you 1 plus 4c1x plus 5c2x square, 1 increase in nc1, n plus 1 c2, n plus 2 c3, like this. Okay, you can have an idea. So in case of x square you have 5c2, so in case of x to the power 8, what will have? 11c8, and that is equal to 11c3. Look at that, you have 11c3. In this case you will also have, because 11c8 is 11c3, because you are applying ncr equal to nc n minus r. Clear? So this is how you are dealing with distinct objects, distinct boxes, identical objects, distinct boxes. So a lot of complication, but you watch this video later on repeatedly, you will understand the concept, and you can solve so many problems in IIT, JEE and all over, all the competitive exams. Okay, let's come to the last topic of our lecture today, derangement. So this is very important topic, because all the not existing order, any change in the existing order of things is called the derangements. Okay, so when things are arranged in a row, the number of ways in which they can be deranged is given by this formula, dn equal to factorial n, this formula, factorial n 1 minus 1 by factorial n plus 1 by factorial 2 minus 1 by factorial 3, etc. So this is the derangement formula. Actually this is come from exclusive inclusive principle. The proof is not I am mentioning here, so I will show you the application only. Suppose there are 4 letters and 4 different envelopes. In how many ways the original envelopes and the 4 different letters are not in the original envelopes? So 4 different envelopes, so no letter remains in the original envelope. So there are 4 letters, 1 2 3 4. These 4 letters, these are 4 letters. Okay, so 4 letters and there are 4 envelopes, so it will not go to their original envelopes. So you will apply this. How will you apply? You just write factorial 4, because your de-arrangement of 4, so d4 is given by factorial 4, 1 minus 1 by factorial 1 plus 1 by factorial 2 minus 1 by factorial 3 plus 1 by factorial 4, alternately plus minus. You look at that formula, so you will calculate and you will see the result will be 9 in this case. Okay, so this is how you can apply this. Let's have another problem, a different type of problem. 7 people go to a cinema and park their cars outside, which are identical. So their cars are identical, maybe all are having the same car, all are using the car like Maruti Suzuki or Bolero, all having the same cars. So what will happen? While returning, only 3 of them are able to unlock their cars, assuming that a car can be unlocked only by its own key. Find the total number of ways in which this can be done. So say out of 7, only 3 people can unlock their cars. So out of 7, we have to select 7C3 into, and for rest of the 4 people, they cannot unlock their cars because they have a de-arrangements actually. Okay, so how will you explain that? Same result, factorial 4 into 1 minus 1 by factorial 1, just already explained this result, this above result. So you will see 7C3 into 9. So this is how you will apply the de-arrangement. Some people are getting their things, but some people are not getting their things. So these are multiplied, some using the product rule. Okay, So today we basically discussed about the difficult part of the combination, that is division and distribution object. This is the most difficult part of combinatorics. That is why the name is combinatorics. It's very critical, it's very complicated one. And also identical objects, dealing with distinct objects, also number of non-negative solutions, number of positive integral solutions, and also dearrangements. These are the very important topic. So students, follow my videos and subscribe my channel. I will post very soon some other videos on algebra, calculus, and also in geometry. Thank you.